Yo, before we get started, I want to start off this video by saying RIP to Charlie Kirk. And if anybody wants some motherfucking smoke, I got it. Anybody want to talk that nonsense, talking about, oh, Charlie Kirk is a racist, Charlie Kirk is a bigot. I need proof. You need to show me a video. You need to show me word for word that he said these things specifically. And I would challenge you on each and every one. I'm the president of the motherfucking Charlie Kirk crusade. And I'm holding it down over here. You hear me? Anybody that said Charlie Kirk is a racist, come show me. You need to show me a video for word if he says, I do not like black people. Black women are dumb. Black people in college are taking up spaces for white people. Or from the white people. Y'all need to show me that. All of it. I need them word for word. And then we can go ahead and have a good conversation. If not, don't shoot me. Don't kill me. But anywho, RIP to a real one. That's why I did not go online for the last couple of days, because it's not about me. It's not about me, and I'm not gonna go ahead and try to catch the wave. You know, if you a content creator, you know what I'm talking about. Anybody that's trying to get more subscribers, you know, you gotta catch what's popping on the news. And when that man got assassinated, posting a video was not the top of my priority list. I wanted to know what was going on and let these other big YouTubers or let all these other content creators, let them go ahead and gain more attraction, more subscribers. I do not care about that, but I am a growing channel, so I did come in towards the end. Pause. Is that a pause? I don't know. We have a Charlie Kirk video when he was on Surrounded, because it looks like these type of people and the hate was all placed into the man that assassinated my dog Charlie. We're gonna watch these videos, look at all the points that Charlie's making, and see if these are the reason why this man got eviscerated in public, in front of his wife and kids. Let's see if any of this is warranted.
Hello everyone, I am Charlie Kirk, founder of Turning Point USA, and I am surrounded by 20 woke college kids. My first prompt is, abortion is murder and should be illegal.
Before we get started, here's right here. I'm gonna tell you this is one of the main reasons. I don't wanna say the main, but these are one of the prominent reasons of why people do not like this man. The prompt is, abortion is murder and it should be illegal. Now everybody, before I even play the clip, we already know what the majority is going to say. Oh, my body, my choice. What if I got raped? What if I got impregnated by a sibling or my father? These things are not prominent. They happen, but they do not happen at the rate that they are talking about, because majority of abortions are from women that just had sex and got pregnant. That's it. It was not incest. It was not rape. It wasn't any of that nonsense. 99.9 of these hoes are getting beat in, getting their cheeks clapped by a man that they don't even know is going to stay there or not. They don't even know if the man that is smacking them cheeks is going to stay. So how do we resolve this? How about you close your goddamn legs? That's what you need to do. Take accountability for that. If I had dirty shoes, can I come into your house with my dirty shoes? No, you're gonna be like, why the hell would you bring your dirty shoes into my house? I want to keep my house clean. Well, bitch, how about you do that about your goddamn body? How about that? How about you do that about your motherfucking body? How about you tell these motherfucking bum ass niggas, these motherfucking 6'2" ass niggas, and tell them, hey, if you want to clap the cheeks, you gotta wrap it up. If you don't want to wrap it up, then you can't clap cheeks. It's that simple. But no, you say, oh, but he the one that put it in me. Bro, you let him do it. If you didn't tell him to do it, it's a crime. And if it's a crime, you need to call the goddamn police, bitch. Come on, my bad, Charlie. Go ahead, you got it.
All right.
I maybe go.
Okay, hello, what's your
Hi,
name?
Juliana.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Can
you.
we get our terms right first?
Yeah.
Okay, abortion is the forcible ending of the viability of a being in utero, otherwise known as a fetus. Do we agree that's what abortion is?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, great. And then murder is the intentional taking of life, different than killing or sudden death. So murder would be the intent, with intent, taking another life. Do we agree with that?
Okay.
Okay, and then we agree that murder in general in society should be illegal.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
So yeah, no, I do want to preface that I'm a Catholic.
Okay.
So I think one really important thing that the Bible says is to not judge. And just going back to the topic,
What Bible does she read? Somebody send me that Bible, because that Bible, the Bible that I read, hold on, bro, y'all think this is a joke. The Bible that I read, the big text Bible that I read, doesn't say that. God told you to have discernment, which is to have good judgment. Have good judgment. You're still judging.
I think there's a big difference between, you know, cells in utero than a living, breathing, existing being. And while I do believe it's murder, and that's just my personal belief, right? I don't believe in telling people what to do with their bodies. That's not up to me, and it's not up to us as well as Christians to judge.
Should we prevent murder in society?
For sure, yeah.
Then it should be illegal.
But I think that it's really different, right? Because, you know, these people aren't.
Sorry, nice to meet you.
Okay, nice.
Okay, what's your name?
Naima.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, can I just ask, at how many weeks do you think that a fetus is viable?
Well, viability and moral worth are two different things.
No, but I'm asking you, at how many weeks do you think a fetus is viable?
Well, at about 20 weeks, a baby can survive outside of utero.
So it's actually 24 to 26
Well, it's
weeks?
20. The youngest ever in a NICU unit actually happened in San Diego, not far from here, and survived at 20 weeks.
Okay, so under Roe v. Wade, 93% of abortions happened in the first 13 weeks of pregnancy. That's 93% of the abortions happened well before a fetus is technically viable
For
as
sure.
a form
so
of life.
Let's go into viability. So what is it about, let's say, a 6-week baby that has a heartbeat, its own DNA, fingerprint, brain waves, that is less moral worth than an 88-year-old right now with dementia in a home down the street? That person requires assistance, requires help. Why is it that the 6-week baby is of less moral worth?
Well, first of all, it's not a baby, it's a fetus.
Well, what does fetus mean?
A fetus is in utero.
What does fetus mean in Latin?
What the f***? I'm sorry, is this
It means little human being.
Ooh, his smile is very creepy. Okay.
Smiling is creepy.
No, your smile specifically.
Got it.
But let's go back to
so-
we're losing track here.
No, but what species is the fetus?
The fetus is not a species yet. It's technically classified as a parasite until it is
wow.
viable.
So,
no, I want to talk
hold
to you
on.
about something very quickly.
I can't let you get past that. Are you saying a baby is a disease or a tumor?
A parasite is not a disease and a tumor. Those are not the same thing. A parasite is defined as something that cannot survive outside of its host. A baby, before it is viable, cannot survive outside of a woman's womb.
Got it. So let's extrapolate that.
It is not a living organism.
Are old people with Alzheimer's and dementia that are being assisted every day, are they parasites?
No, they're not parasites. They're human beings who are on the brink of death.
Got it. So they're
not going to be able to survive.
My 4-month-old that requires mom's breast milk and requires daily changes and feedings cannot survive without its own. Is my 4-month-old a parasite?
Your baby can breathe on its own. Your baby can drink water from its mouth to its stomach.
But it cannot.
Your baby can
it
eat
hunt?
food.
Can it gather? Can it reason?
But
He is making a perfect point right now. If I have a 4-month-old and I lay my 4-month-old there and I leave, is this baby going to survive? And the answer is no. It's really classified as a parasite, because even though it is outside of the body, it is not able to live with it would not be able to live without a host, which is the mother or the father. So can we kill it? Throw it in the trash. Alley-oop. Side note, if the camera cuts off, it is what it is. I don't know. If it gets too hot, it's gonna cut off. There's no ending, no nothing. You know, you feel me? All right, let's continue the video.
That's not what qualifies something as being a living organism. Being a living organism simply means, can you survive outside of a womb, outside of your host?
Got it. So I just want to make sure I'm clear. Why does that then equate to moral viability?
It equates to scientific viability.
Why? Under what standard?
Because it is not alive, and you are advocating for the rights of something that is not technically a life.
Got it. So what is something
while
that has
sacrificing the needs of the human woman who is alive.
Got it. So, but a mom can survive
Yes.
without the baby in her, right?
Yes.
The baby cannot survive without the mom.
Yes.
But a mom cannot survive without her lungs. So it's not her body, it's in her body. It's not her
I
DNA,
know.
so it's not her choice. So it's
It actually is directly her DNA. It is 100%. It's 50% of her DNA.
half her DNA.
Okay, whenever I'm talking about this discussion, I always go to the question of what about in the case of the mother when her life is in danger? Because I'm a big believer. I don't know. I'm still iffy on if I think it's or if it's murder or not. But even so, I mean, I don't want to say murder is justified. Guys, wait. Let me just get this one point, and then you can vote me out. Give me 1 second. Say the mother gets pregnant, and she knows that if she gives birth, she's going to die. She has some kind of health complication. Then what do you do in that
Cesarean
case?
section.
I don't know what that means.
It's a C-section. They do
cesarean
an
section.
insert.
Guys, wait, hold on. Just give me one second.
They go right.
Soon as she said, if the mom's life is in danger, everybody put their flags up. Because they're like, we're not talking about danger. We're not talking, no, you're giving him a reason. You're giving him a reason. No, we want to kill babies for no reason. Who cares if the woman is in danger? That is why all the flags are up. All the flags are up. That's why you mad? You eviscerated a man for that? For this? This is only the first prompt.
Hello, how are you?
Hi.
What's your name?
Deedon.
Nice to meet you.
I would say with abortion, I think it's very complicated, but I think the issue that I have primarily with your stance of being pro-life, that there's no nuance. There's women who are being forced to travel hundreds of miles to access abortion care, even in cases of rape in certain states that they're not giving any sort of allowance for that. And I think, a lot of people who are pro-life.
There you go. Do you see the flags go up when people place qualifiers? Abortion happened because we want abortion because of rape. Flags. Why? This is what they're fighting for. I want to be able to kill a baby because I want to. No qualifiers are needed. And this is why they obliterated that man on goddamn campus. That's why.
They say that they're pro-life, but I feel like they're really pro-birth because with firearms, the United States has some of the highest firearm deaths out of OECD nations, right? And we can acknowledge that that's for children who are actually living and breathing. So I feel like abortion, while it is, I can definitely see your point. I just think that it should be allowed in some circumstances.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. I'm happy to get into the gun violence stuff later, but I want to really stay focused on abortion.
Right.
You can say you see my point. Can you see the world also where, since we know it's a human life, that it should be illegal since we don't allow murder in our society?
Well, that's where I have an issue because abortion is not being done willy-nilly. It's like the life of the mother is always.
How many abortions do you think we have every day in America? Just guess.
I'm not sure.
Guess.
I'm honestly not sure. Maybe, I don't know, 1,000?
4,000 a day. So
4,000.
it is kind of willy-nilly. We have 1.6. Sorry. Hi, Parker. Nice to meet you. Yes.
Nice to meet you, Charlie.
Big TikTok guy here.
So, pedophiles, people who were married to children in the past and normalized in that society, should they go to prison?
Should pedophiles?
If you could go back in time, would you put those pedophiles in prison that married those children because it was normalized? They were deceived into thinking it's okay. Would you put them in prison?
You got to slow down.
Sorry.
Pedophiles should get the death penalty.
No. So you'd go back in the past, you'd give them the death penalty, even though they were deceived into thinking it was okay. But you said people who get abortions who are women shouldn't go to prison.
But it's not currently illegal.
Okay. Regardless,
pedophilia
at that time, it wasn't.
No, I would not go back and retroactively enforce laws where things were currently not illegal.
You wouldn't put pedophiles in prison in the past.
Hold on a second. When was it illegal? When was it legal in America?
Well, child marriage was legal in America throughout the early 1900s and especially throughout most of society for thousands of years, especially in the Old Testament and in the Bible.
Hold on a second. So where is the Levitical law that allows you to marry a child?
Oh, yeah.
Can you name the verse?
Well, I can't name the verse, but the particular conditions that are listed in the Bible are that you have to be physical maturity and emotional maturity, which is extremely vague and throughout society has been seen to be met at puberty.
There is not a verse, but let's kind of go
back. Okay,
back.
so when is the age of consent under your view?
Let's go back to, Generally agreed upon, it's 18 years old. But let me ask you.
But you, because you don't go based on what's generally agreed. You go based on the Bible.
I say 18 years old. But let me ask you a question.
Where's that in the Bible?
When does life begin?
Conception.
Conception, great. So good. So should we protect all life at conception?
I care about sentient life, not cellular life.
So when do brainwaves start?
Do you think brain dead people should be able to pull the plug on, like a family should be able to pull the plug on an individual in the family that's brain dead?
You got to answer the question. When do brainwaves start?
You can see brainwaves around 6 to 8 weeks, which in brain dead individual there are brainwaves as well. So the brainwaves necessary to produce a subjective experience are met until around 18 through 26 weeks in the womb.
Can you see it from my perspective that at 6 to 8 weeks those brainwaves will actually increase, not decrease, if allowed the process of development to continue?
Did you know those same EEG scans exist in brain dead people that you don't think are sentient?
No, but the difference with the brain dead people is that the likelihood of those brainwaves actually increasing is very low at 6 to 8 weeks, when by 15 weeks they can hear the mom's voice.
It's impossible. It's irreversible sensation. That's what brain death is. I didn't know that.
But no,
it's not coma.
But you're doing a red herring. Go back to 6.
No, it's not. What's a red herring?
A red herring is where you avoid the topic and you say something that is adjacent or symmetrical to what I'm saying, but not actually what I'm saying.
You mean a reductio ad absurdum? That's not a red herring.
A 6 to 8 week baby, if they're allowed to continue to develop, what ends up happening?
At a certain point, it will become a sentient being in the future. The same way that if I keep engaging in sex with my girlfriend, there'll be a baby in the future. Yet I don't care about the sperm.
Unless you're infertile, which we don't know.
Your girlfriend, Parker, you look like a fucking bitch. You're a fucking bitch. Parker, you are a bitch. You want like 120, bitch. Bitch. Fucking my girlfriend. Who the fuck does this? You're a bitch. Parker's a bitch. My bad, Charlie. I did want to say I want somebody to walk up and smack the fuck out of Parker old puss ass. But you know, maybe Charlie would not say that, so. I ain't Charlie, nigga. I want somebody to walk up on Parker, smack his puss ass.
But let's see the process of development, right? Why
do you want to answer my question yet?
Why do you have the ability or the right?
Should those child P3os go to prison?
The process of
should the pedophiles go to prison?
From 1904. How many pedophiles are alive from 1904?
They're not alive, right? I meant like if you can go back in the past, hypothetically speaking, and you could put them in prison. Would you put them in prison?
I would have killed them myself if I was alive. Back
okay, so then you don't apply it based upon what people are deceived to believe. You apply it based upon what you consider to be moral. So the women who had abortions, you think they should go to prison. So why should women who get abortions go to prison, but someone like my mom who told me that Santa Claus exists shouldn't go to prison?
This is not going to be a constructive debate if you keep on talking over me.
Well, I was finishing my statement. You were talking over me. Go for it.
Let me ask you a very simple question. Do you think it would be a good thing if we had less abortions in America?
It depends on the context. Like, are the abortions prior to sentience?
Yes.
Because I think
all abortions.
No, it would not be necessarily better unless it is the case
abortion?
That the people didn't want the abortions and it would be negatively impactful to their health medically speaking.
Are you against late-term abortion?
After sentience, yes.
Okay, so you believe in an 8-week abortion ban?
Yeah. No, I don't. Sorry, I believe in an abortion ban after 18 through 26 weeks.
Okay, that's a more reasonable position. I have to give you credit for that.
It's similar to Trump's. 15 weeks?
Yeah, so why do you think that most people don't share your view on that?
Well, people just don't really know what sentience is. There's not a lot of conversation about abortion. And these conversations are very difficult. Like, they're conceptually hard to go through. And I understand why a lot of people don't understand their positions on it.
So
but I think people
are where most
You're cutting me off.
Americans
I thought we weren't cutting people off.
I was actually complimenting you.
This man, I gave you a goddamn compliment, and you still act like a fucking bitch. You pussy as fuck. He doesn't get bitches. He doesn't. He went like this. Am I fucking like girlfriend? You don't get hoes, bro.
How are you? Nice to see you.
So I just have one question. There's, like, in any case, you don't think there's any case where abortion should be legal?
There's a very, very rare couple cases.
Okay, so you do think that a couple cases it is legal?
If cesarean section is not going to save the mother's life, and the mother's life is actually at risk, which is debated amongst growing numbers of OBGYNs, that is the only case where abortion should be allowed.
Think there
but people say it is a growing consensus in the pro-life world that abortion is never medically necessary.
Okay, so if you had a daughter and she was 10 and she got raped, and she was going to give birth, and she would and she was going to give birth and she was going to live, would you want her to go through that and carry her baby?
That's awfully graphic.
But it's a real life scenario that happens to many people.
The answer is yes. The baby would be delivered.
Oh, okay, great. So that's insane.
But let me tell you why. No, hold on. Let me ask you a question. There's 2 ultrasounds I have. One is a baby conceived in. One is a baby conceived by a loving couple. Which one is which?
Your daughter was probably hopefully conceived by a somewhat loving couple.
Conceived by rape? Tell me which one was conceived by.
You don't know.
Exactly, because it's all human rights
but
and it's all human beings.
But that doesn't matter. It's about your daughter who has to give birth to it and is going to be tortured by that for the rest of her life. That's going to take away every freedom she's ever going to have. That's going to ruin her life. She's going to grow up and she's going to be attached to another thing.
The point is how you were conceived is irrelevant to what human rights you get.
But
hold on 1 second. If a person conceived in walks down the side of the street, it's not like they don't get First Amendment rights or Second Amendment rights.
It's not about that person.
The worst thing to do to the daughter is to then say, hey, we're going to go murder the being inside of you.
Wouldn't even know. Like, listen.
They wouldn't know?
Listen.
But wouldn't it be a better story to say something evil happened and we do something good in the face of evil instead of saying we're going to do evil and then murder the being because we're going to pander to the evil? No. What makes the West great is that we do good after evil, not evil after evil.
Doing something good in the face of evil. And this nigga got annihilated.